It's been about a year since Korean temple food was designated a National Intangible Cultural Heritage. Since then, the rise in popularity has been drawing attention from audiences around the globe. For more on this trend, our culture correspondent Park Kun-woo joins us in the studio. Happy Friday, Kun-woo.
Great to be here, Dami.
So, Kun-woo, as far as I remember, you've been giving our viewers a closer look at Korean temple food. Tell us more.
I have. So, after speaking with the monk Venerable Sunjae and going to these places where they have amazing temple food, I just got to know why so many people are drawn to temple food these days. And that's because it's not just about taste, but it's also about how food reflects ideas of sustainability that's grabbing global attention. Officials even say that more and more people of the younger generations are willing to experience temple food. But before I tell you more, let's go straight to the scene and see how popular temple food is. Long preserved for centuries, Korean temple food is no longer enjoyed only by monks, but by food lovers from around the world. This growing interest can be partially seen at a temple cuisine restaurant in Seoul, operated by the Choge Order of Korean Buddhism, where reservations are often fully booked, including by visitors from abroad.
Today, it's a little bit similar to Japanese traditional food. It tastes more some taste of kimchi. This a little bit spicy food, but it was very delicious. And I love this delicate taste of this temple food.
Temple cuisine is also drawing strong interest from visitors outside of Asia.
What I think about is that everything is made with a lot of consciousness. I think the idea of food and also of the connection to the rest of the world, that everything is connected.
Connection.
Yeah. But this temple food was first time, but we will take it with us, of course, this idea, and we'll look for any opportunity also in Germany.
So it may seem like a lot of food and slightly different from what monks would normally eat in a single meal. But what we have here is a wide variety of traditional temple dishes. And one standout feature is that they don't use pungent vegetables, including garlic and green onions, nor do they use artificial seasonings. So let's give it a try. A wide variety of temple food includes whitewater kimchi, believed to aid digestion, winter spinach with sweet persimmon, crispy glazed mushrooms that surprisingly taste like meat, and buckwheat jelly with spicy kimchi. Bite after bite, slurp after slurp, diners keep tasting, some even lifting their bowls to finish every last drop. Thanks to its global popularity, temple food is also attracting more visitors from abroad, many traveling to Korea just to learn more about it. Building on this momentum, the Cultural Corps of Korean Buddhism is preparing to sign collaborative agreements to introduce temple food at prestigious culinary schools overseas, including the Culinary Institute of America.
Temple food is becoming so important because people recognize simplicity and the power of it. In a world full of industrial, Western, processed food, we want a healthy body and a healthy spirit with a healthy community, so that we can co-create a healthy world. And I would hope that all types of cuisines and culinary schools work towards that objective.
The Cultural Corps of Korean Buddhism even says reservations for temple food making classes are often fully booked weeks in advance. At the same time, the Choge Order of Korean Buddhism is pushing to have temple food listed as UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. With tradition, philosophy, and growing global interest coming together, Korean temple food is now stepping onto the world stage.
Kun-woo, aren't there more efforts to promote Korean temple food, specifically Korean temple food?
Right. So the Cultural Corps of Korean Buddhism says that interest in temple food is now extending beyond dining and now focusing on education and hands-on experiences. It also said around 100,000 foreign nationals have taken part in temple food cooking programs over the past decade, prompting them to further expand such classes. You can also check the official website if you want to try making temple food yourself at just under $20. Classes require advanced reservations, as registration for the following month typically opens at the beginning of the previous month. An official at the Cultural Corps of Korean Buddhism also says they are continuing efforts in various ways.
We run regular education programs and professional certification systems to strengthen temple food. Through cultural centers and festivals, we've expanded opportunities for the public to experience it, while also working with overseas culinary institutions.
Cooperation with international culinary institutions includes Le Cordon Bleu in France and the Hmong. We just heard from added that more temple stay programs will be linked with temple food experiences in the future, allowing people to understand temple food not just as cuisine, but as a way of life.
That's impressive. Now, Kun-woo, how's the project to list temple food on the UNESCO Cultural Heritage going so far?
Yeah, so I have to cite the Cultural Corps of Korean Buddhism once again. As they say, the effort is being approached as a long-term project with a timeline of 5 to 10 years. And since 2009, Korean Buddhism has been documenting temple food traditions through field research, verbal testimonies of senior monks, and written records, while continuing international exchanges and introductions. Building on these efforts, an international academic symposium on temple food is scheduled again this August, following last year's event, to further discuss its cultural value on a global level.
Kun-woo, thank you so much for sharing this interesting and impressive story tonight. Thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.